the sled back out. It is Saturday. Now since school started, can't use the track really except for Saturdays. So it is Saturday, and the sled is finally coming back out for the bulk. Put it away for a while. It was just sitting in my car after the cut, and I took that like week break off of sprinting. It's just been sitting in my room. Now he's allowed to come back out. We're gonna do so many sled pulls that my legs fall off, or the straps break on the thing, whichever comes first. Since the track is so much closer to my house than the gym, just decided not to do a car talk. And there's no real point. I could say like 3 words and then I'm already here. So from now on, for the sprint workouts, we'll just start jumping right into it. But I'm gonna try a new warm-up. I did it a little bit on Tuesday for that sprint workout, and it's what Usain Bolt did before his, like when he was warming up for his Olympic events. We would just slowly, like from the starting stance, or 2-point stance, he would slowly like warm up, like he would take off, but basically do a jog. So it'd be like 50%, then he would do another like 60, and then 70%, 80%, until eventually he would be at top speed. So I'm gonna do that a little bit safer of a warm up, and then just going like, all right, let's do a start and a 20-yard fly, full out, right off the bat. Because even though you do your warm up drills, your body's not completely warmed up to sprinting yet. So starting that off slowly at like 50%, and then building up over and over until you get to close to 100. Seems a little bit safer. So that's what we're about to do right now. And then do some 20-yard sled pulls. But it's still, I'm gonna set the camera up at the 10-yard mark and then do my 10-yard splits, but we are still doing like full 20 yards. That's the workout, because if you do 10 yards, it just doesn't seem like enough with the sled to really make the difference. But if you do 20 yards, your muscles have longer to actually work. Sort of like a hypertrophy thing. Instead of doing like, sets of 3, it's basically like a set of 8. Notice you got nice construction worker ambience in the background. I said yesterday the heat finally subsided. That 90s and 100 heat index, that's gone. It's like high 60 right now. Feels so nice, especially after my body got used to 100. Well, didn't get used to, but it got to a tolerant point of that. So now when the temperature drops like it is now, it feels so good. So I did that. Now we're gonna do a little practice start, and then bring the sled out here and then fucking kill it. But I did some ab workout on Saturday. I'm gonna start adding it to my Saturday leg program, or leg day. It's just like a little couple ab rollouts. Like with the roller on the ground, you like slowly reach out and then make sure I'm like just activating my core as much as possible at the bottom point, and then hold it for a little bit. Because when you're doing that, you don't want your back to cave in, just like how I was on sprinting. I want it to be more like this, so my abs are engaged when I start. That way I don't pop straight up out of the blocks. I stay more horizontal to get more horizontal force. So, let's see if my abs have gotten stronger. Also, a little word of advice: don't take an edible the night before you're going to do some sprints in the morning. Well, that one felt pretty good. I felt like I stayed down more horizontal. Definitely try to keep my abs engaged on that. But I gotta check back the footage to see what it actually looked like. And we can bring the sled out here. Get started. The goal is to do at least 6. It is getting a little late. I woke up a little late because I got to bed late. Because I went to a high school football game. They won, by the way. Now I wanted to film the whole 20 yards, but I can't get the camera angle where I want it. So we're just gonna film the first 10. I'm still gonna do 20. I have 20 yard mark lined up with cones. So, you can believe me if you want, but I'm going for 20 yards. But like I said, only taking the 10 yard split because that's where I really need to work on the most. Let's find out. Since I haven't ran with the sled in a while, I forgot what it's like. It pulls you back so aggressively. Oh, I forgot I gotta get used to pushing with my glutes more so I can get out instead of just being like stopped right. Not being able to move. Felt pretty good overall though. Whew, gotta check the footage and the time. My times have fallen off. I got a 2:08 on that last one. And when the last time I did sled pulls, my times for the 10-yard split were like 1:99 or 1:96. So gotta get back to it. That one felt a lot better, but let's go check the time. Bro, that edible is still in my system. I need some caffeine bad, dude. Well, that one was a 2:03, so got a little bit better. It did feel better overall too. I felt like I had my foot placement better, and I was able to like actually like push the sled instead, or like push the sled. You know what I mean? My legs are pushing, but I'm pulling the sled. I felt better actually pushing out. Like I was able to actually get some foot placement instead of like the thing just pulling me straight back. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's a loud ass falcon just going ballistic. But I think, honestly, right now, I think I could probably get a fucking sub 2 still. Like I said, I didn't get that since the last time I did sled pulls. That first one was a 2:08, but I think I could still get under 2 right now. I just got to make sure my technique is good out of the blocks. I think I can get sub 2. I think I messed up my foot placement on that one. Sort of like the first one where it felt like the sled was pulling me back and messing up my feet actually touching the ground. All right, we'll just have to check the time. That one was a goddamn catastrophe. Got one more, and then I'm gonna do some ones without the sled. I lied. I'm gonna do one more sled pull and then I'm gonna have to cool down and leave. I didn't realize what time it was, so now I'm in a bit of a time crunch. But the last one was a 2:01, so we're a little bit closer to sub 2 and sub 2. Never mind, I lied again. That one was horrible. My foot got caught up. My foot was like near my left foot. It was like on my right foot, so it completely messed me up. So I am gonna do one without the sled, just so I can have an extra rep to make up for that. And then I gotta bounce. Whew. Definitely felt a lot lighter without the sled, but let's check the time. And then I gotta bounce. All right, so that one without was a 1:82, so not too bad. I did cut myself, so I wasn't lying when I said my feet slid against each other. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if blood is allowed on YouTube, but whatever. So 1:82. So even though pretty fatigued right now, fatigued in the morning on an edible, a 182, that's pretty good. So, with all good conditions, could probably get a 1.7 something. So not too bad. But as I get my squat stronger, my squat will get stronger. I'm gonna do some more isometric calf exercises. So like just holding like a bunch of force onto like one calf, help strengthen the tendons. That's what isometrics are for, strengthening tendons, because your muscle is contracting but your tendon is stretching, so you have more flexibility in your tendon, produce more force, or be able to absorb more force. So as the squat gets stronger, my muscles will be able to push more, but then as my tendons get stronger, they'll be able to absorb more, meaning they can just keep stacking on top of each other incrementally, hopefully exponentially, so I can get some crazy fast times. So no car talk, because it literally takes like 30 seconds to get back home. Whew. I'll see you on Monday. Hopefully when I have some caffeine in my system.